Scene script. Imagine the Herculean task of deploying deep learning models to production. The journey from a successful experiment to a fully operational model in a production environment is fraught with challenges. It's akin to climbing Mount Everest, exciting yet filled with unforeseen difficulties. First, understand that deploying a deep learning model involves wrapping the model into an application that can receive input, process it through the model, and return an output. For this, many choose either Flask or FastAPI, two of the most popular frameworks for deploying models due to their simplicity and efficiency. Starting with Flask, a lightweight framework that makes getting started as easy as pie. Begin by installing Flask using pip, Python's package installer. Once Flask is ready, create a new Python file. In this file, import Flask and other necessary libraries like NumPy or TensorFlow, depending on the model's requirements. Next, initialize your Flask application and load your pre-trained deep learning model. This could be a model trained with Keras, TensorFlow, or any other library. Ensure the model is accessible by the Flask app. Now, define a route in Flask that listens for incoming requests. This route will handle all the logic of pre-processing input data, feeding it to the model, and sending back the prediction as a response. The route might look something like this. A function that accepts JSON data, converts it into a format suitable for the model, obtains a prediction, and then sends this prediction back as JSON. To make this Flask application accessible, run it on a host and specify a port. Flask serves as a local server, making your model accessible via a URL like localhost on your specified port. Transitioning to FastAPI, which is known for its high performance and ease of use, especially with asynchronous code. The steps begin similarly. Install FastAPI and an ASGI server like Unicorn, which allows your application to run. After installation, create a new Python file to set up your FastAPI app. Load your deep learning model just as you would in Flask. With FastAPI, you also define routes, but here, the framework automatically generates interactive API documentation. This means anyone can easily test the API through an auto-generated user interface. In FastAPI, after defining the route that handles predictions, start the Unicorn server to host the application. FastAPI applications tend to be more robust and scalable, making them suitable for handling higher loads and providing faster response times. To encapsulate, deploying deep learning models using Flask or FastAPI involves several clear steps. Install the framework, set up the application, load the model, define routes for predictions, and run the server. Both frameworks provide a straightforward path from model training to model deployment, each with its own strengths, Flask for simplicity and FastAPI for speed and scalability. Deploying deep learning models doesn't have to be an insurmountable challenge. With the right tools and a clear roadmap, one can scale the heights of model deployment, ensuring that the transition from a training environment to a production setting is as smooth and efficient as possible. Whether you choose Flask simplicity or FastAPI speed, the path forward is well marked and ready to explore.